Hello, I'm Abdul Qadir, the web developer and teacher for your course. We will learn Python programming language. Education Trust Nasra School is representative of this course. Let's begin. Importance and applications of programming languages. I'll serve this question by asking a very simple question. So tell me, how do humans actually communicate? Well, for two humans have a proper communication, they need to know common language, wasn't it? How people speaks infinity. Many languages, you got English, French, German, and so on. Now, so let's say if I speak Urdu, it is a necessity that the other person whom I speaking also knows Urdu. That is when we have a proper communication, and this is the necessity of communication. Now, when it comes to language, a language needs to have a set of grammar rules. Every language has grammar associated with it. So as you can see on the screen over here, right? So let's see if I make a statement such as I am Sam, it makes proper sense. On the other hand, if I say am Sam I, it doesn't make any sense at all. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is, for two people have a proper communication, or for two people to understand each other, they need to follow a set of grammatical rules, and only then they will be able to properly understand each other. Thus, that is the true nature of human communication. Now that we have so many machines around, let's say we want to communicate with the machine or the computer itself. In that case, we will also need a language to communicate with all of these computers, and that language will be emerging, like Java, Python, C++, or something else entirely. Therefore, there are some sort of grammatical rules that correspond to a normal human language. Similarly, a programming language would also have certain grammatical rules associated with it, and these grammatical rules are known as syntax. So let's say this statement which you see over here. This is a syntax in Python if you write something as import pandas as PD. This is syntactically correct, and the compiler of the language would be able to properly execute it. On the other hand, if you write something as pandas import PD as, and this is totally incorrect, and so for a programming compiler to understand that particular line, we have to write the syntax correctly, and only then your compiler will execute your code. This is the necessity of learning proper syntax when it comes to computer language. You understand how we can actually communicate with the computer, so let's learn why programming is necessary. Let me ask you a quick question once more. Tell me what 2 into 2 is. It's really easy, isn't it? 2 into 2 is 4. I'll go ahead and add a little more complexity. Now, tell me what 20 into 20 is. 20 into 20 is 400. This is now simple for you. Now I will complicate this even more. Now, so tell me, what is 12,345 multiplied by 6,789? Now, this will be quite difficult for you, wouldn't it? So there we would need the help of machine or a computer so that we can solve these types of problems very quickly. So let's say if you have a calculator with you or have a computer with you, all you have to do is type in these two numbers and just put in the multiplication sign in between these two numbers and answer. You will easily get the result. So this is the need of computer programming which I am talking about. What happens in the background of the computer or of the background of calculator is someone would have written the software, nothing but a programming code. So with the help of this programming code, you are able to solve real-world problems, and that is why we need programming in our lives. Now let's look at some real-world applications of programming languages. So programming languages are widely used in the gaming industry. So let's say you are playing one of your favorite games. So whether it is FIFA or it's SmackDown or maybe it's Project IGI. So let's take the examples of FIFA over here. Let's say you pass the ball to your teammate, but then again, computer system against whom you are playing, he immediately comes and he attacks you. So how does this happen now? This happens because there is a programming language which controls all of your opponent's players. So whenever you are trying to pass it, so what happens is all of the opponent's players are coded in such a way that they will try to steal the ball from you. So all of this is an example of programming, right? Let's go towards the banking sector. So we have got infinitely many applications of programming in banking sector. So let's take the examples of internet banking over here. If you want to transfer money to your father or mother, log into your account and click on Fund Transfer, and you are easily able to transfer your money. Let's say if you want to pay your credit card bills, all you have to go to the credit card section and then click on Pay Amount, right? How is this possible? Well, it is programming language. So the back end of the website there is actually a programming language which controls all of their transactions. Now, programming languages are also vital power of machine learning applications. So let's say if you want to predict a stock market rises or it falls down, you can also understand what is the sentiment of customers. When it comes to machine learning, you can even actually cure a disease. So there are again infinitely many applications of machine learning, and to apply all of these machine learning algorithms, you would require a programming language. So most commonly used languages for machine learning application would be Python, Julia, and Java. For this particular course, especially working with Python. That's all I have to say for now. See you in the next video.